Okay. Um, so this is a time management workshop. Today we're going to be talking about a couple things, but before we start, I would like to go on to and making a word cloud. So this is going to be on menti.com. Feel free to join with us if you would like. So the presentation is going to be on menti.com, and it's going to ask you a question. Um, I'm going to share the screen for Menti right now. So the question is going to ask, what words come to your head when you think about time management? So the first thing that you would do is you would go on menti.com and use the code 915175. And you can add to this word cloud. Right now we have difficult, we have under control, being responsible, organization. You can add whatever you want in terms of words that come up to your head when you think of time management. I'm going to wait for about a minute. If you'd like to join, again, you can add to this word cloud. Okay, again, if you just joined us, we are doing a Menti activity. So you can go to menti.com and use this code on top of the screen, and you can add or answer the question with what words come to your head when you think about time management. Okay. The second question that I'm going to ask is, so a couple people have already answered it, but you can add to the answers. Rate the followings out of 10 individuals. So the first question is asking how many people daydream during a meeting. 1 hour of planning saves you how many hours of actually doing? The last question is going to ask how many people don't want to go to work/school on a Monday morning? So that's gonna, all of those questions are related um, to time management, and I will actually tell you the answers. So actually, about 8 individuals daydream during a meeting. So that is about right. So we got 8.4. 1 hour of planning actually saves you 10 hours of doing. So if you just take a time and you plan for your day or for the activity that you're doing, it's going to save you a lot of time. And then how many people don't go to work or don't want to go to work on a Monday morning? That's 9 out of 10 people. That's a lot of people that don't want to go to work on Monday morning because they dread actually going into something that's unmanageable or something that's out of control. So now that we're done with the word cloud activity and Menti activity, I'm going to talk about what time means to us. So time cannot be stored, it cannot be saved for later. It's our most precious commodity till this day. Nobody has figured out how to go back in time or how to save time or how to store it. So that's why it is the most valuable resource we have. I know that a lot of people say money or gold or whatever are resources, but actually we never think about time being a resource that we are valuing so much. We only have a certain time of it a day. We don't know when it's going to end for most of us, so we really need to pay attention to how we actually save our time and how we manage it. So essential habits that we are going to talk about today are knowing your goals, prioritizing wisely. Sometimes you just got to say no so you can actually use your time efficiently. We're going to know how to plan ahead, how to eliminate distractions, how to watch what you spend your time on, and most importantly, how to take care of yourself. Out of those 24 hours a day, how are you taking care of yourself? And how are you managing your time so you can allow yourself to take care of your body and of your health? So, first thing, we have to know our goals. So, we're mostly all students here in Kane University. I know that we're probably not attending classes right now, but our main goal is to graduate or to pass that class or to pass that test or to get into the college of our dreams, in terms of it being educational college, or you want to get into the biology school or school of therapy. You want to get that GPA and get to a better level and eventually graduate after 4 6 years, whatever your time or your management of time works for you. So all of the activities that you do every day have to support your main purpose. Okay, so if your main purpose is to graduate in 4 years, make sure that all of the activities that you plan for are supporting your main purpose. And your daily plan should always revolve around activities that support your main purpose. Okay, I know that sometimes we want to take a break and we want to do stuff for ourselves, but remember, the majority of your activities should be around graduating on time. Okay, so when we say prioritize wisely, I always say make a list. Okay, so make a list of what you have to do, maybe for the whole week. Okay, and then you have to prioritize your activities. So all of the activities have to fall in between 4 categories, and I've put them down for you. Some things are important and urgent. An important activity, it's like if you don't do it, there are going to be consequences, okay? An urgent activity, it has to be done in a matter of time. So remember, important, there's some consequences that are going to follow if we don't do it. Urgent, it has to be done within a certain period of time. So something that's important and urgent will be picking up your kids from school, for example. That's an important and an urgent activity. Like if you don't do it, the kids are going to be left by themselves, and it's very important for you as a parent, for example. Something else that's relatable to a student would be studying for an exam. Remember, if you have an exam, for example, in 2 days, okay, that's important. That's supporting your main goal. And it's also urgent because it has to be done in 2 days. Okay, something important but not urgent. For example, visiting the dentist. Remember, your teeth are your health, and those are considered important. It's not urgent if you don't feel pain. So you don't have to visit the dentist like tomorrow. It can wait. Remember, you have to visit the dentist at least once every 6 months. So within those 6 months, it doesn't have to be done in a certain period of time. It's not urgent. It doesn't have to be done by next week, but it is also important for your health. Sometimes things are urgent, but they're not really important. For example, grocery shopping. Obviously, you have to do it every single week, but it's not important. You don't have to do it right now. You're still gonna have food to live, but it is urgent because it has to be done once a week or twice a week because milk and stuff like that expire. Something not urgent and not important, and that's why I put it at the bottom of the list. It's because it's something that's not really important. You don't have to do them. Something like checking Facebook, Instagram, looking at funny videos online. These are stuff that if we don't do them, it doesn't have to be done. And this is the order that you would actually prioritize your activities. If something is important and urgent, it goes on top of your list. It has to be done today. It has to be done in a certain period of time. And you would just list them out. Okay, so another activity that I would like to do today, you don't have to share, you don't have to do it right now, but keep it in mind when you want to time manage yourself. Write down 2 to 3 activities that you have to do this week. It doesn't have to be 2 to 3 activities. It can be as many as you want. Just write what you have to get done and then layer them out in the way that we talked about. What's important and urgent, what's urgent and not important, and so on and so forth. So just make that list, and then once you're done, for me, I know that if I like cross it out or put a check mark next to it, it just gives me satisfaction and I'm motivated to keep going on and on. So that's why lists work for me. For you, it probably could be something like a reminder on a sticky note. You can put them around the house. It's whatever works for you. So you have to know yourself before you time manage. Okay, so this activity can be done today, or it can be done every single week, every single day. It's up to you whenever you want to make that list. Now, why do we plan ahead? Why did I tell you to put all the stuff that you have to do this week? It's because 1 hour of planning can save you 10 times of actually doing that activity or doing those activities. Okay, so if, for example, if you've planned ahead that you have class on Wednesday and right after class you're going to go to the dentist, that's much better because in terms of your time management, rather than devoting a whole day on Tuesday to go to the dentist and then the whole day on Wednesday is going to go away because you're going to class. So make sure that you're always planning ahead so you can fit the stuff in your day efficiently. Okay, and you don't waste gas, money, time. All of these are valuable resources. You don't want to keep driving back and forth. You don't want to waste time and so on and so forth. So 2 things that I would like you to practice as well. Something at night, the night before, or if you're studying right now and you know that you're going to end at 5 o'clock, take 15 minutes before you end studying and plan for the next day. Plan for the next time that you're going to study and what you're going to study exactly. So those 15 minutes, remember, can save you 150 minutes because it's 10 times more. So that's also valuable. Okay. Oh, and then the first thing in the morning, when you wake up every single morning, do a to-do list. I always like to do a to-do list just to make sure, okay, today I have to do laundry, I have to wash the dishes, take a shower, study for 5 minutes or whatever, 5 hours. Just put the stuff and make a little to-do list. It would make your day a lot more productive. Okay. So we are getting to a more serious topic. Sometimes you just have to say no, as the title says. So you're the boss of your own time, your own decisions. So sometimes if something is not urgent, not important, which is something like hanging out with your friends, going to the movies, getting a drink at the bar, sometimes you just have to say no. Don't hesitate to tell your friends, I'm sorry, but I can't today. Maybe I can do it next Friday when I'm free. Sometimes you have an exam coming up, or a project that you have to do, or something that a presentation that's coming up. You have to say no in order to prioritize your time wisely. So I'm not telling you not to have a social life or to tell everybody no, 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 and then nobody wants to hang out with you. But sometimes you have to prioritize your time wisely. So sometimes we have to say no to some activities. Okay. Now, another thing that wastes a lot of time are distraction. And most importantly is our phone, is what I'm talking about. So the phone distracts you a lot. I would really suggest that you plan breaks in between your day to look at your phone. For me, I limit myself to 15 minutes every hour I study, for example. So I motivate myself. I say, okay, if I study from 3 to 4, I can take 4 to 4:15 to look on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, watch a YouTube video for 15 minutes. So that's also, maybe you don't want to look at social media and you want to text friends or you want to call people. Try to manage that. Try to set a time, maybe 30 minutes. Okay, I'm going to call mom, or I'm going to check up on my friend, or I'm going to text people to make sure that, oh, we're on for plans tomorrow. So make that a plan, or make it a break, a chunk in your to-do list for today. And as I'm saying, sometimes it's outside distractions, sometimes it's self-induced interruptions, which is your phone. Outside distractions are if you're sitting at a Starbucks, maybe not around this time in the coronavirus, but if I'm talking about next year or next fall, if you're sitting at Starbucks and you know that a lot of your friends keep going back and forth, that's an outside distraction. Make sure that you're eliminating that by sitting in a study hall or sitting in a study room on the top third floor of the library. Maybe that's where nobody passes by, an enclosed space, so you don't see anyone that you might want to start a conversation with. So these are two things. You have to understand what distractions are the ones that are interrupting you the most. Is it self-induced, which is phone, or is it an outside distraction, and try to eliminate it. Okay, so tracking your time. I know that iPhones do this a lot. You can slide all the way to your to the last option of your screen, and then at the bottom it's gonna tell you there's something called screen time. There's an app that is already installed in your phone, and it tracks your time that is being used behind the screen. So for this, for me, I have all my devices connected for my phone, my laptop, and my iPad, and it actually collects time. How much time are you spending on all three devices? And it tells you, breaks them up into categories as well. It tells you you're spending 39 minutes on like Safari, you're spending 24 minutes on messages, 10 minutes on YouTube every day. So it's telling you each app and how much you use it. And it also gives it to you in a nice, simple graph, and it tells you exactly your time for today. For example, for me, I spent 2 hours and 45 minutes on my laptop or all of my screens. You can also switch it into just knowing how much time you spend on your phone or on your laptop, just to make sure you're organizing your time. And this is going to make you such like self-aware of what are you spending the most time on, and I try to decrease it every week. Okay, last but not least, I would say take care of yourself. Your health is the most important thing. Your body, and your health are, if everything is well, you're actually going to be able to time manage yourself better. If you sleep well and exercise well, you're always going to be fresh for the next day, ready to conquer, ready to start your to-do list. If you're lacking sleep and lacking exercise, you're not going to have the energy to keep going on with your day. And if you have planned a whole week and you've time managed yourself excellently, I would say reward yourself for your accomplishment. So it's always good to, even if it's between you and yourself, you say, okay, if I plan my whole week and I actually follow the plan and I sleep well and I exercise 30 minutes every day, maybe on Friday night I can go grab ice cream, just to feel that accomplishment, okay? To excite you and motivate you for the next week, so you can actually try harder to motivate yourself. And this is the section where I am asking for questions. So you can unmute yourself if you'd like to ask any questions or give me any feedback. I would be more than happy to take it. Okay, since nobody has any questions, this concludes our workshop. So please check out more workshops we have every day, or once every 2 weeks we have a workshop. So please feel free to join any other workshops that you might be interested in. We have a study skills workshop, time management, relaxation workshops. So make sure you check them out on kane.edu's website. And if you're done here, you can just leave and have a nice day.